Alright, so we continue with linear equations and formula. Now let's look at this example one. Adding 42 to twice the number gives the same result as subtracting 33 from the number. Find the number. This is a word problem. It's been expected of you to now translate this word problem into a linear equation in which you can now solve. Now, the first thing you should have to understand is that anytime you have a word problem, try to represent the unknown number with an alphabet. Like for example, then adding 42 to twice the number, we don't know the number yet, so we can represent it with an alphabet. So we say, let the number be x. You can use any convenient alphabet. So we continue. Now, adding 42 to twice a number. Twice a number, twice. This is twice the number. By the time you add 42, now gives the same result, that is equal to, just try to follow the statement and you are going to get it right. Gives the same result as subtracting 33 from the number. So you subtract 33 from this same number, and it's as simple as that. Find the number. Now, we now have a linear equation which you can easily solve. Now let's solve it. Collect like terms. The term that has an x will be at the left hand side, while the term that doesn't have an x will be at the right hand side. So we can bring in x to this side and we transfer 42 to the other side of the equation. Now, we have 2x. So we can bring in x to this side. It's going to become minus x equals to minus 33 is still here. And by the time you bring plus 42 to this side of the equation, it becomes minus 42. Now, 2x minus x is x equals to minus 33 minus 42 give us minus 75. It means that the number is minus 75. That's the first question. Now, let's put another question here. 4 years ago, a man's age was 4 times that of his son. If the difference between their ages is now 30 years, how old will they be in 5 years' time? Now, when you look at this question is particularly about two different people, a man and a son. So the first thing is to represent both of them with an alphabet. You can say, let the man's age be, we can say, capital letter M. That represents the man's age. That is the man's present age. M. Then let the son's present age, that is present age, be capital letter S. So this will be their present age. So if these are their present age, so the question says that 4 years ago, meaning that if you subtract it from 4, that is 4 years ago, 4 years ago, the man will be M minus 4. Why that of the son? 4 years ago will be S minus 4. That is 4 years ago. If the question says that 4 years' time is going to be M plus 4 and going to be S plus 4. Now let's go back to the question. 4 years ago, that is M minus 4, a man's age was 4 times. The man's age, this is the man's age, was 4 times that of the son. This is the man's age 4 years ago, and this is son's age 4 years ago. So a man's age was 4 times that of the son's age. That's the first sentence. Now, let's continue. If the difference between their ages is now 30 years, the difference between their ages, which is M minus S, is now 30 years. So you can easily call this your first equation, and you call this your second equation. Now, if the difference between their ages is now 30 years, how old will they be in 5 years' time? Meaning that you are asked to find, M plus 5 and S plus 5. This is what we are asked to find. that is 5 years time. N plus 5 and S plus 5. Now, the next thing is to now solve equation 1 and 2 simultaneously. Now, we move to the next side of the board.